Hey guys, just getting ready to go here. Playing a little track that I worked on a while back. Face to the foot and the foot back to the chest. All right, I hope you guys can hear me. I believe we got it. All right, so here we are, another lunch break-in, number 3. So what we're going to get into today, like you saw in the theme, popping, animating, and waving. Now, again, this is taking the series of taking the urban movement, and we're just bringing out the therapeutic aspects of the culture of where this comes from. So at the root of it, we've healed from this stuff for a long time. We've shared and we've helped heal a lot of people as well. So now we're just taking it back and trying to understand it as a healing art as well as a performing art. In a lot of senses, maybe even it might be definitely equal to or even, probably even a little more important nowadays, engaging in what it means to do therapeutic movement, what it means to do mindful movement and this sort of thing. There's really, in my opinion, nothing more mindful than trying to isolate your body in different ways to create more flow, more control over your body. So I'm going to stop this just for a sec. We'll come back to this. So the idea is finding the chi in your body. So if you're sitting at the desk right now, you can listen for just a sec, and we're going to explain um, how we're going to go through this flow. Now, if you're not able to stand, you definitely can do this sitting. You're just going to focus more on your upper body and figuring out the isolations there. So we're going to go through a few movements to help increase synovial fluid, help bring your energy up during lunchtime when we start to get that little sluggish, maybe before we get a little food in our body, maybe after, whenever you watch it. But this was just to have a little break from the desk in the middle of the work day or whatever you might be doing. Or maybe you have a class going and you want some of them to experience something different. So that's what this is, okay? So the circuit of flow in TCM, in traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, in Thai as well, and then also in rooted ancient Egyptian medicine, there are energy lines and sand lines in our bodies, or meridian lines or energy channels that flow in our body. The one I'm most familiar with is the traditional Chinese medicine, which is part of that system. So that's what this song is talking about. It's talking about the circuitry of flow. So how it moves from the chest to the hand, hand to the face, face to the foot, and foot back to the chest. So we're just going to warm the body up real quick with this movement. It just kind of gets you moving a little bit, get your body moving in different directions. Be careful if you got any aches or pains in your body. So it starts with the lung channel, the lung energy channel, which is connected to our lungs, and it goes from the chest, right here at just below the collarbone, and it moves to the hand, and then from the hand, it goes on top to the large intestine, moves up to the face. So from chest to hand, hand to the face. And then we're going from the face down to the foot, and then on the outside, and then on the inside, we're coming back up to the chest with so stomach goes down from face to the foot back to the chest is spleen. Then it starts over again. So we're going to do two cycles of this, three cycles of this. And then we go heart, which starts at the armpit, moves to the top of the hand, curve over the top of your hand. And then that moves back up to the face or the head again. And then with it, like the small intestine, sorry. And then from the small intestine, we have the bladder, and it goes down the back of the leg, comes back up, and then up to the kidney, and back to the chest again. The kidney permeates in here in the core of the body, kidney, and then we got pericardium, okay, which is the casing around your heart, pericardium, and then you got sanjiao or triple warmer that comes back up to the face again, zigzags across the back, and goes down again to the gallbladder, which is on the lateral side, on governor of muscles and tendons, and then comes back up again with the liver. Boom. Okay, and that's the circuitry. There is an extra meridian, two extra class meridians, the governing vessel and the central vessel, also known as the rin on the front and the du going on the back. This is the cosmic orbit cycle that keeps going around and around along our spine. And we have this orbit that moves head to foot in both ways, and those meridians start that way. So you can look at that as well. That's to sum up everything, because they're the governing vessels. They converge with all all yin meridians on the front and all yang meridians on the back. So we just went through. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. Move a little more flow. Sorry for all the explanation, but it is important. Chest to the hand. Okay, on the inside of your hand, or chest to the hand to the face, face to the foot, foot back to the chest, from the chest to the hand to the face, face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest. One more time, chest to the hand to the face, face to the foot, and foot back to the chest. All right? So here we go. That's what this song is saying. It's a little hard to hear, I know. Okay? Chest to the hand to the face, face to the foot back to the chest again. Chest to the hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the and back. One more time. Hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest. Chest to the hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest. Okay, chest to the hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest. Okay, so we're just warming up right now. We're not doing anything really right now. We're just warming up. For you poppers out there, you can pop with this if you want. Go right ahead. Okay, hand to the face to the foot back to the chest to the hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest to the hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest. One more time. All right. Hand to the face. Okay. Good. So hopefully that kind of got your body moving a little bit better. Okay. So let's go from one side to the other for this warm up, just for the symmetry and balance. Open our brains a little bit. Hand to the face, face to the foot, foot back to the chest, chest to the hand to the face, face to the foot, and the switch to the side, then chest to the hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest to the one more time, hand to the face to the foot, and the foot back to the chest. Let's switch. Face, good. We're going right back to the right side after this. The other side, and chest to the hand. Oh, one more time, each side. All right. Too much fun. Too much fun. All right. Good. Hope your body's feeling a little bit warmer. All right. We'll bring that music back in a sec. All right. So now, just a little swing. This is just kind of get that spine, get that governing vessel and that central vessel, your midline. When you're talking about martial arts, there's the midline that we want to protect because the midline is your most vital organ. If you were to get stabbed in your aorta, you're done. That's why there's a belly stab, because that's the vitality. Once you know you got there, it's kind of a slow decay. So good, twisting here. Very good. All right, let's get into this urban chi flow now. We're going to start with the movement I call tidal wave, and not the music platform. So appreciate that. Okay. So we're starting with the body wave. Okay, we call this earth to heaven movement, or tidal wave, or surf wave, and then into a tidal wave. All right. So what this looks like, your knees are bent, and then you're gonna. So you start in the horse stance. If you remember from the last series, look at the horse stance. Soft knees, tailbone relaxed, and feel the mid part of your foot. So just soften those knees, and then you want to stand tall in your crown. Okay. So from here, we're gonna start at the bottom and move it from the wave from the bottom. Now, if my knees were touching the wall, now I'm gonna bring my hips to the wall, stomach, chest, and then shoulders. Okay, this is just the surf wave right now. We're going to roll those shoulders back, and you're going to reverse it down the wall, each thing until you finish back into that starting position to sit. Okay, push it up, touching the wall, and back down. Okay, wind it back. Okay, so for some of the people, we grew up doing some of this stuff, watching Michael Jackson, watching Janet Jackson, when hip hop dance, some of the creators of hip hop dance, they started moving, but they had these foundations of what we were doing at that time was considered breaking. Okay, popping, animating, and these sort of things. Roll it back and down. Push it through up, and roll it forward. Roll back and down. Push it through. Now, if you're feeling any pain in your back, your low back or anything, make the wave less. Don't do it as an extreme. But if you're watching this and you are a popper, just know that, or an animator, just know that we're doing this movement. It's no different than moving chi in your body. Tai Chi, I think it was Lupe Fiasco said, I get my chi from my inner chi. Beautiful line. I get my chi energy from my inner chi. This is a way to stimulate that inner chi. Okay. So I'm moving up, around the shoulders, and back and down. And it should feel good. It just get that visual of a tidal wave. What does it look like when it is rushing and is, okay? And down and up. Just moving with it, moving at your own pace, finding in your body. Roll those shoulders forward, roll them back. Inhale, exhale at the bottom. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale at the top of the roll shoulders. Inhale when the chest comes up. You want to inhale. Good. Push it through. Sorry, I missed the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right. Now we're going to take that from the surf wave. We're going to take it to the tidal wave. Tidal wave gets the arms involved. This is a beautiful movement. Love the feeling of it. I'm going to put on a different track. So play with that movement, you guys, while I'm getting this armed, and yeah, try to find some joy in that movement. Let's see, what was the one that I was digging on? I think it was hypno. Yeah, yeah. We can get into a little bit more meditative space with this. So now we're going into the tidal wave. I'm going to show it from the side again. We just did the surf wave up to the shoulders, back and down. Same thing's going to happen with the body. Watch me for a second. We're going to tidal wave up. As I'm tidling up, wave up, my arms are coming back, and I'm creating this big tidal wave up and over, and then I'm waterfalling all the way down into a forward fold. Oh, ooh, feel that stretch. From here, I'm going to bend my knees again, and then I'm going to roll up, create this tidal wave. Inhale. Exhale, tidal wave. Bend the knees. Inhale. Arms extend back and feel that range. It should last the duration of your breath. You may have a larger lung capacity than me, or maybe a little less. So let the movement last the duration. Exhale of your movement. Okay, bend, round that back. Extend, inhale, big, open the heart chakra. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale down. Good. A few more times here. Feels good. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees. Rounding your back. Inhale. Full extension. Oh, beautiful movement. Two more times here, y'all. Exhale. Good. In the nose. We're building chi, so we're going in the nose and then out the mouth. If you're trying to down-regulate your nervous system to calm down at the end of the night, you want to breathe only in and out of the nose. Last time. Good. I'm going to do it facing forward. Inhale. Rolling. Exhale. Let me do it one more time facing you guys. Bend the knees. Round the back. Inhale. Coming on up. Stand tall. Good. Now from here, just drop into that horse stance. Soften the knees. Lowering that energy. And just imagine you are very buoyant in the saltwater ocean. And you're coming afloat. And the water is just coming down. And you come into where you're floating all the way on top of the water. Good. Notice the warmth in your body. We just opened up the extension movement in our body. We tend to sit at a computer, so it's really good to get the chest open when you're doing these movements in the morning or during your middle day or whatever. Now we're looking at, so now we're standing on the top of the water. The imagination, we're going to move on water. We're going to glide on water. You know, somebody in our history books walked on water. There was very few, but we know of a one that walked on water, and it was quite amazing, just the thought of it. So if you can imagine walking on water, we're going to just do something that looks like walking on water, but we're going to trick of the mind. So with this movement here, we're using, this is good for your hips. So what we're going to focus on here first, let's go alternate feet. Okay. Alternating feet. So I'm heel and toe. So my toe comes up, my heel. Alternate, 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 alternate. Okay. Now with that alternating, now what we're going to do, keep that in mind. And if you want to learn more in depth, the workshops, well, we just did our water workshop, but in the wood element workshop, we're going to do this again, and we're going to go through gliding because it's so important that we get past the illusion of being on water and really think about what's happening in our hips. Okay, so I'm just going heel and toe, okay, and in and out, okay. Now, switch to the other side. Toes go in, toes go out. Toes go in, toes go out. Toes go in, toes go out. Toes go in, toes go out, okay? Play with that movement for a little bit. From one side to the other. Toes in, toes out. Okay? Some of us may know this as the mashed potato. Right? Wasn't it the mashed potato? Okay. It's very therapeutic for your hips. It creates a lot of synovial fluid. And I got a lot of clients that are getting hip replacements and things like that. Some necessarily so for different reasons, but unnecessary is when we just don't move our hips enough. This is just a creative way to move your hips. Now, if it's really hard for you and you have the floor is too grippy, take your shoes off, use your socks, and slide it so it slides a little bit more until you learn how to actually do the movement without having to slide. Okay? So, that being said, we're going to go one direction. I'm going to show you guys the glide part and see if you can pick up on it. Okay? So, right here, we're just moving, back. Okay, again, I'm just stepping the feet. Now, if you're a glider, you already know how to glide. Go right ahead, but I want you to think about that internal, external rotation in your hips. And just know that you're doing a good amount of therapy on your rotators. Now, if you have pain in your hips, your knees, or your ankles when doing this, then that's a good observation for you. Okay, again, we go into more in depth of why and that sort of thing at the workshops. And also, if you come in for a one-on-one, a freedom movement session, this is what we do. We integrate body work. We release this stagnation, or we release the bad patterns. Okay, good. Shake that off. You can definitely feel it on your feet. Give me just a sec. I'm going to shut the door here. So go ahead, play with that. Now we're going to go into the gliding part of it. Okay, this is the earth movement we call it, or water, walking on water. Sorry. Now, the only difference to create the illusion with gliding is this. I put my toe, and remember the toes are always going to go out and in, out and in. If you find your toes going one way, that's a different thing. That's like the twist or whatever. It's toes in, toes out, toes in, toes out, and that creates the illusion. So my toes are out. I'm going to push out into this toe out position. Now I'm going to do that pivot, and then I'm going to pull toes together. I'm going to pivot, and I'm going to push my toes out. Toes in and pull. Okay, let's go back this way. All right. I'm going to go here. I'll start over. Push out. Pigeon toe, come together. Pull, just slide that foot. Pivot, push, in, pull, pivot, out, push, in, pull, pivot, out. Okay, let's go back again. Push out, pivot toes in, pull, pivot toes out, push, pivot toes in, pull, pivot toes out, push, pivot toes in, pull. Back the other way. Pivot toes out, pivot toes in, pull, pivot toes out, push, pivot toes in, pull, out, in. Okay, I know it moves fast because this is just a quick lunch break, but you can watch this as many times as you like. In, pivot, pull, in, pivot, push, push. Good. And just like the waves, you notice my upper body is rocking opposites as my feet are going. Pull. So you see, I got a really grippy floor, and I can still do it and create that illusion. Okay? But if you want to try to use it to slide, that's also good too. Both ways are good to practice. This way is a little bit more challenging. Good. One more time. Okay. Very good. So there's many variations of how to do gliding and how to get your feet to slide. all kinds of directions. The one we're used to seeing Michael do this one, but Poppin' Taco did it before Michael. He taught Michael in a lot of ways how to do some of these things. So you had that. Important to learn things both ways, because that's the therapy. A lot of us, if you're old school popper, or maybe one of my bros watching this, when we used to pop, we know we always went one direction. And it's so important to diversify and go both ways, because it teaches our brain new things. Maybe we're stuck at something we're doing right now, and we want to try to get unstuck. Maybe we embody that and do these movements that we normally did one direction, change it and see if you can do it the other direction. It's crazy what happens, but you learn new things about your body, maybe even aches and pains. All right, so for now, just to kind of cool it down, the next one here is sunrise, sunset. Okay, as the sun rises over the horizon of the water, if you've been out in the ocean, like my bro is in California, he probably gets a chance to see the ocean a lot more than a lot of us. Or if you're on the East or West Coast, and just look at the water and you look at the horizon behind you, see the sun setting. So that's kind of the idea. So what we're going to start first, you may see birds flying in there. So we're going to pretend like we got bird wings. We're going to go shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand, and just wave it out. And I'm going to let you guys go off this lunch break. I know this one was a little bit longer, but usually we're just going to be about 15, maybe 20 minutes, okay? So I think we're about going on about 20 minutes, a little more. Okay, so if you have to leave, that's all good. Waving out, okay? I know I'm moving a little faster, but shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. Just think of like waving out. And then maybe we try bird wings fly. And just think about a bird. Every digit is expressed. And then if you say, hey, look at that. Our qigong, crane takes flight. It's the same idea, okay? It's just in urban movement, pop and animating, we decided like, hey, well, let me isolate one and the other, okay? Isolate one and the other. Good. Maybe we just go one, okay? Maybe we just go one. Good, get those shoulders, a little bit of movement in those shoulders, a little work. See, also there's a stability in that too, because the shoulders get tired a little bit too. Good. All right, if you can flow with, or you can rewind this and learn how to come back in, but it goes hand, you're just reversing the movement. We break this down in the workshops, or you probably can see some of my other videos I'm doing it here. You can see on the Black Foundation YouTube channel, you can see urban chi circulation. It's an old video of me doing this, the basics. Okay, the names have changed just a little bit. Okay, same bird wing. If your arms are getting tired, rest that one arm as it comes out. Good. Now what we're going to do, you guys, we're going to take it into the body. Oh, look at that. We're going to surf wave down. And then we're going to surf wave back up. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. Bring it into the body, down. Integration. Out to the other side. Look at that. All y'all popping if you've never done it before. Or maybe you stopped moving in like your body like this. It's time to wake it up. Again, taking back our healing. Okay. Hip hop, breaking, pop and lock and animating. This is our urban chi. This is our healing medicine, you guys. And it heals all people that have an ear to listen and learn. Good. All right, you guys. Go be like water. Have fun. Enjoy this movement. Again, sorry for it's a little bit longer over the lunch break this time, but it takes time to break some of that stuff down. You can watch it as many times as you want. Hope everyone is well. Peace, love, many blessings. We'll see you next Tuesday for another lunch breaking session. Peace.